All right, this is part 2 of the MHD coding. So we have had some breakthroughs with Google Play. We were able to contact Google today, find out that it was just the result of having a new email address, new credit card so quickly set up to that, as well as PayPal, that it didn't work, and it was kind of one of those things we have to wait for security measures. I get it. So we used another account that I did have for a long time, linked it to the debit card that I have, and bam, went through. So we purchased a couple of things. We've purchased the actual flasher piece of the app, and we purchased the stage 1 map pack, which will allow me to do stage 1. Can't do stage 1 plus yet because I don't have a front mounted intercooler. At some point, that's on the list. Which one to go with is definitely debatable. It seems like start reading about it on the forums. It's get this one, get that one, get this step, get straight, and so forth. So we'll see what happens there. The car is currently charging. I'm actually waiting for the Android tablet to charge and be 100% full too. I'm not going to start anything without 100%, just because this takes about an hour for the actual writing to happen to the car. Couple things as far as what we went through yesterday. I had the wrong cables. This cable here, which attaches to the Android tablet. You can see this is actually, the tip of it is actually probably for a phone. That's what I bought off Amazon. It's the wrong one. The right one that we did get actually at Best Buy yesterday, and you saw that on video 1, that has USB 3.0 and the correct tip, which is what we needed. You're gonna need one of these cables. This cable I got from Amazon. It's K plus DCAN, basically OBD2 right here, USB male. That'll attach to the USB female, which then attaches to our Android tablet. The Android tablet does need to have obviously the MHD app downloaded to it, and then you can start to buy the specific elements of that right in there and install it. And hopefully you won't have some of the billing issues that I had, but that's all taken care of now, which is good. Day is done. I actually didn't think I'd be doing this today. I'm glad I called Google again, didn't wait for them to call me back just to get it done. I'm not the most patient person when it comes to some of that stuff. However, Google was very helpful and saw it through to the end, which was cool. We saw the engine bay. We saw where we're to connect the battery cables up to. If you do need to see that again, check out the first video in this series so you don't have to rewatch it all over again. If you've already seen it, I'm not going to do that. We're about 95% charged, 96% charged, 4 more percent, and then we'll be able to start the coding piece, and we'll see what this thing does and what it sounds like, which I'm really excited about. So stay tuned. Hopefully we have some good news and we don't have a ton-and-a-half piece of car sitting here that doesn't work. So we'll see. All right, we are getting really, really close. This is at 98% charged. I wish it charged faster, but you don't want to rush these things. Make sure everything's 100% charged as best you can. The other thing is, as far as we pulled the fuse out, I talked about the fuse in the first video. You saw the fuse. The fuse is actually number 70, so if you do have the code in there as far as which fuse is what, I showed you the image. However, it's really kind of a lonely little fuse down there, number 70, that's the one. Unless you have other options that I don't have, maybe you have a convertible or maybe you have something else. For my car, I didn't have any other options in that fuse bank, it's just the one fuse. So number 70 is the one you want to yank. Again, that kills the fuel pump, which pressurizes your lines. As you know, if you have one of these cars, it's notorious for making like music. I call it music, but it makes music. Fuel pump coming on, making sure the pressure's withheld. All you have to do is like open the door and it comes on. Bunch of flaps coming on and off. I don't know, the thing is like a transformer always moving around, it seems. So this will really cut down on a lot of that unnecessary battery drain if you should lose your charger or your charger can't keep up with it. It just takes a little added precautionary piece there. So make sure you do that. And let's see, we are at 98. We're gonna be coding soon though. All right, so the ignition is on. We've got hooked up to the OBD2 down here. We are ready to rock as best we can be. Battery charger's on. The Android tablet is in airplane mode. So we're gonna go to flash map, choose 93 octane because that's what I have around my area. It's easy to get as well as this is a stock car for the most part for the drivetrain with exhaust and intake. It is an automatic XDrive. I know. So here we got long, right, and it looks like options. For options, I've already done the exhaust burble. I wanted that, and then remove top speed. I'm not sure if I'll ever need that. All right, so interesting. We've got failed to write to the ECU, and the windshield wipers came on. You know how there's some days where you're like, what? Like there's some projects that you just are like, you gotta be kidding me. So I don't know anything about the windshield wipers coming on. That must be, I don't know if that's something that BMW did for their techs to say the coating's done as they're walking around doing other things. Kind of the, hey, look at me. Or if that's a total random situation. Bottom line, we've failed to write to the ECU, which is a total drag. Talk about taking all my excitement and burying it in the dirt for a little while. So we'll do a little bit of interweb research and we'll see where this thing goes. And maybe we'll find some help with MHD, see if they know what to do. And hopefully be able to get this car tuned up a little bit so we can experience what all those other folks are experiencing with their MHD maps. Stay tuned. All right, if you're still paying attention to this journey that we're on, we failed about countless times actually. So on many of the forums that I read, it said to basically take the car, push the key in, press the button twice, which does turn off your halos, it turns off your tail lights, so all of those parking lights, conserves your battery. However, it didn't work. So what I did, press the button once till all of the lights came on the dash, and it's writing now. It actually communicated immediately and it's writing it down. So I'm about 28% complete. Car's on the charger, thank God, because the lights are on. Headlights are not on, but just the angel eyes. So we are actually so close. This thing is about, let's see where we're at. We are at 67%. We got 11 minutes remaining. This was real nerve-wracking actually. And it appears as though if I had touched the start-stop button twice, like people had said in the forum, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there and it sees the DME and it's like, hey, we're talking, what are you doing? Nothing, that's what we're doing, and we're gonna time out. So that's what must have been happening. Good news is we are doing pretty well. 10 minutes left, battery charger's kicking it on, killing it, which is thank God. So that was the only thing that was really, I would say, mostly nerve-wracking. Halos are still on, taillights are still on, which I wish they weren't. 69%, 10 minutes left. In 10 minutes, we might actually see what this thing feels like with the MHD mapping. There's gonna be a couple things you're gonna need to know when you're doing this. One, your car is gonna make really weird noises while you're coating. It's almost like some motor, almost like the coolant, maybe water pumps coming on and flushing coolant around. Maybe. The other thing too is that it's slow, and if you're not a super crazy hacker into your car, I've done some Carly stuff with getting the windows shut with the key fob, but I've not done anything beyond that. So this is pretty cool, but also a little terrifying. So we're really close to being done. I think we're 85% done, which is great news. We'll take a look and see exactly where we're at. We're coming over and we are 92% done. We have 2 minutes left, so this is gonna be something really cool. We'll be able to take it out and drive it and see where we go with it. I just wanna hear it. I just wanna hear the banging, the popping. So this is pretty exciting. We are at 99%, 30 seconds left, 25 seconds. The countdown is on. There's been various noises coming out of the car. Sounds like circulating some of the coolant around. But boy, we are nearly done, and all of the other tweaks doesn't really take that long, it sounds like. So this is pretty rad. All right, so a lot of clicking and stuff going on. We got some sounds, clearing codes.
Success. Turn off ignition. Oh boy, here we go.
All right, good news. It's coated, and I can tell you what, it's a different car. Seat of the pants horsepower, absolutely. They say 35 more horsepower. Perhaps that's probably true. I know every car is variable, what they've done, what kind of even oil, gas, whatever it is you're running, but it's a different car. This thing just is snappy as heck now, and got to tell you, the exhaust burble, barely there. It might be, it might not be there. It's hard to say. I stick my head out the window and they're able to hear it. You can hear it. It's very, very subtle, very, very factory feel. Now this car is running the factory exhaust, so probably that adds to it all. But it's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet. That it's quiet in, I mean, people are all over as far as what they want, what they like. Some people like it loud and poppy. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I could tailor it a little bit more. But no, it's about, you can feather it up to 5 seconds. That's what I was doing, 5 seconds on sport. And it sounds okay. It's just really, really quiet. Although the power is just sick.